Welcome to your Caribbean News and Culture. I'm Delinda Eiffel. Let's get right into the news stories that occurred this past week. Barbados' Minister of Culture, Sports, and Youth, Mr. Stevens Lashley, is pushing for the government and the University of the West Indies to conduct an intricate study on the country's cultural industries and how they can contribute to domestic and international growth. The House of Assembly met earlier this week and debated on the country's cultural industries development bill. During the meeting, Minister Lashley expressed to the government of Barbados that implementing such a strategic plan will allow for the government, private sectors, and cultural petitioners to access specific and statistical information regarding contributions from the country's cultural industries. Minister Lashley also suggested the use of exit surveys where information submitted by visitors of Barbados will be utilized in the assessment. Such assessments will be noted from cultural industries that include music, arts and crafts, film, fashion, media, and many others. Two of the country's soca artists, Allison Hines and Hypersounds, attended the meeting. The American International School of Kingston in Kingston, Jamaica, made the radiant move to operate predominantly on a solar photovoltaic system. After complaints of high electricity bills, the school began to take steps to switch over to the use of solar energy. The solar photovoltaic system captures the sun's energy using photovoltaic cells and converts it to electricity. The school's director of admissions, Indra Couch, is extremely pleased with the switch and its impact on not only the financial savings, but also the energy savings. The system now adequately provides electrical energy to all 9 acres of the school's campus, and the school is said to be taking their green efforts even further by getting the students involved with renewable energy resources, recycling, reusing water, and creating a paperless environment on campus. In Trinidad and Tobago, Health Minister Fard Khan announced that the country's maternal and infant mortality rates are on a troubling increase. The 5th meeting of the World Health Organization Global Initiative for Essential Surgical Care was held at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Port of Spain earlier this week, and Minister Khan expressed that the country is trying its best to find methods that would decrease maternal and infant mortality rates in Trinidad and Tobago. Minister Khan noted that the health ministry's efforts have included upgrading the neonatal intensive care units at hospitals throughout the country, and noted that an important factor in rectifying the problem is to educate mothers on enteral care in the country. Long-term goals in combating this issue are to equip all new hospitals with proficient machines and technology, and to strongly develop educational tourism in Trinidad and Tobago to generate medical specialists who would be able to assist in unique medical prognoses. Well, pretty soon you'll be able to have a little bit more than Folgers in your cup. How about a taste of Haiti instead? The Clinton Foundation, which is a private foundation headed by former U.S. President Bill Clinton, announced that the Four Seasons Hotels Incorporated will be serving coffee exported from Haiti in its New York and Toronto, Canada locations. The Clinton Foundation will also partner with a fair trade group and a Canadian foundation to launch a Haiti Coffee Academy in Haiti, which will provide training, tools, and other resources to help enhance the productivity and quality of Haiti's coffee's business. Many years ago, Haiti was indeed a major coffee exporter, but due to corrupt political infrastructures, the country's coffee exportation has declined. Jamaica reggae artist Movado appeared in court earlier this week to appeal his conviction and the $100,000 fine he was issued. Movado, whose given name is David Brooks, was convicted in May 2012 of assault, bodily harm, and malicious destruction of property after a confrontation where he allegedly used the wheel of his Range Rover to squeeze a man between his car door and another car. He was fined $80,000 on the assault charge and $20,000 on the malicious destruction of property charge. Movado's lawyer is expected to argue that many elements were not taken into consideration, which will, upon review, lessen Movado's sentence, time, and his fines. Some of Movado's hit singles include Real McCoy, I'm So Special, and What Am I Do. Barbados' international pop star Rihanna is continuing to take the world by storm, and she is gearing up to bring some additional heat to the Caribbean. Rock Nation and Live Nation Global Touring confirmed that Rihanna, alongside rappers A$AP Rocky and 2 Chainz, will take the stages in Dominican Republic on October 26th, in Puerto Rico on October 29th, and on October 1st, the artist will grace the stage in Bridgetown, Barbados at Kensington Oval. That's definitely an event not to miss. Our culture chat is coming up next. We have much more ahead on your Caribbean news and culture. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You're on your way to meet up with friends, but you can't seem to get anywhere quickly. You don't want your friends to be annoyed, so you text. You're on your way. Five seconds is the average time your eyes are off the road while texting while driving. Make sure you get where you're going.
Will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome back to your Caribbean News and Culture, everyone. It's time for our Culture Chat. This week on our Culture Chat, we are chatting with a pioneering organization, Trinidad and Tobago Joint Action Committee Incorporated, or TTJSC for short. The organization is fairly new, but they're doing some innovative things here in the Boston community. Take a look.
My name is Alison Traverso. I am one of the co-founders and president of Trinidad and Tobago Joint Action Committee, also known as TTJAC Inc. The organization got started with one of my co-workers, Lorna Hernandez, who is the owner of the Silver Slipper restaurant in Roxbury, Massachusetts. She and I, we have been talking for many months about starting an organization because one of the things she mentioned is that, Alison, you're always so involved with other organizations, other islands. Why not, do something for Trinidad? And so in March of this year, March of 2013, we got together with some friends, our families, and we started our organization. We are 20 members strong, and one of our mission really is to help enhance the lives of our young people in Trinidad and Tobago, and not just in Trinidad and Tobago, but the other Caribbean islands, here too in our local community, and with the hope of extending that globally.
My name is Demetra Traverso, and I am the Secretary of Trinidad and Tobago Joint Action Committee, Inc. What makes our organization different or unique is that, granted, yes, we are a Trinidad-based nonprofit organization with the goal to help our youth within our island. We also are hoping to extend our help to other islands of the Caribbean, as well as the local youth here, well, the youth right here in our local community. Again, we're hoping one day that we too can go worldwide, so that we will not just be based within one island. You find several nonprofit organizations cater to just one group or one type of people, whereas we're hoping that we can extend beyond that. And that is both our short-term as well as our long-term goal.
All right, joining us here live in the studio from Trinidad and Tobago Joint Action Committee is Secretary of the organization, Demetra Traverso, and the President of the organization, Hayes Monroe. Welcome. Now, the organization is fairly new, but you guys are doing some pretty innovative things. Talk to us about your experience thus far in getting it off the ground and getting things acclimated.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to say thank you and good night for having us here. And so far, our experiences getting the organization off the ground. It's as Alison stated earlier, that she and Ms. Lorna came together as friends, discussing what they could do to better the country. And through other interested parties like ourselves or individuals, we came, and those who felt the same passion and interest as they did, we are still here and decided to come together as a body to do something to better the lives of the people of Trinidad, not only Trinidad as a whole, but Caribbean people and also the community.
I think that's an interesting point, because your members don't only include Trinidadians. You actually have a pretty diverse members on your committee, correct?
That's correct. We have from Montserrat as well as members from Jamaica as well.
Okay, great. Now, currently in the news, a lot of news stemming from Trinidad deals with some schools closing down. The schools are having a tough time, whether it's, due to building infrastructures, inadequate teaching from teachers and whatnot. How do you guys think your efforts can complement and help with the current school situation in Trinidad right now?
Well, based on the current situation that is taking place within the island of Trinidad, that unfortunately is something more so government-based. Our whole idea, or what we're hoping to do, would be more so to help students where staples are concerned. So that's book bags and just school supplies. So our whole goal is to help kids that are less fortunate be able to excel just as well as those who are very fortunate within the school system. I know that the schools have been closed, whether it be for infestation and other factors, but those again, unfortunately, are more so government issues. Mm-hmm. But we are hoping that with what we're able to do and we are trying to do, that we will be able to help, and possibly what we are doing will at some point be able to reduce this. Again, we probably had just about 16 to 20 schools that did not open this last school year, versus 900 and something schools. So I still feel that it's a fairly great number in terms of those that did open. But again, our whole goal is to be able to help kids that are less fortunate, and so that they too can excel just as well as those who are fortunate to have all school supplies moving forward for the school year.
So the focus is mostly on the students themselves.
Correct.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, while your preliminary focus is on Trinidad and Tobago, which makes sense, the owner, the co-founder is Trinidadian. You got to start on the home front first. It makes the most sense. One of your long-term goals is actually to branch out to other countries in the Caribbean. How would you plan on implementing such a process?
That's a really good question, actually. I don't think we've really, sat down and come up with a strategic idea just yet, a strategy in terms of how to branch out. However, just as we have in Trinidad started stating that we are going to assist those that are less fortunate, I believe that our goal would then be to target other islands or other Caribbean islands that are also, their poverty level it's much lower than, or I should say greater than that of other islands. And once we're able to target and tackle those islands, we're hoping then that we can go globally. Because even here within the U.S., we have several students that are, unable to have all the supplies they need
you
for
guys
school.
plan on assisting some students here
Correct.
as well.
We are hoping to stay local as well as in Trinidad.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, there are hundreds, possibly thousands of nonprofit organizations in Massachusetts alone. You can probably count on one hand the amount of them that are geared towards a mission as such, which is, I think, in of itself unique. However, when you think of nonprofits or nonprofits that get recognition from the government, they're usually the large corporations. What do you think needs to happen, or what do you think the reason is, rather, that attention isn't paid to things like TTJAC, organizations like TTJAC that are doing things that are equally important as the larger nonprofit organizations? It's just they don't have such a platform as yet to elevate.
Well, we as a group, as an organization, tend to make that our local political parties aware of the things that we are doing. And we're not only, as I said, we looking to do things for the community, so they'll be aware of what we are doing. Mm-hmm. So in that form, they have to take notice. We hope that they will take notice and give whatever assistance, and other groups will follow suit along the same path.
Right. So it's basically a responsibility of the organizations to let our government representatives know what's going on.
We got to keep on them, let them know.
Absolutely.
We need help, and we are serious. And that is where we're going.
Give us some funding.
That's right.
Kind of to go further from what he said, I guess, too, even for myself, I can say that being that I've not been involved in too many nonprofit organizations, it's more so that, so I can't say that the government does not, the mass government, I should say, that they totally disregard us. But like he says, our goal is that at some point, some of the programs that we're hoping to implement through our organization would require the attention and the help of our local government.
Right.
And that is definitely a goal of ours, for us to make them aware that we are here, we have a purpose, and this is what we are going to get done, and we need your help to do it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, you guys are currently in the process of getting your 501c3 status approved.
Yes.
But you're not letting that stop you. You've actually done some events to raise awareness and to get some funds rolling. Talk to us about some of the things you've done so far.
Well, yes, we have, our maiden voyage project, we had a wonderful cocktail sip earlier on in the summer.
You gotta love a cocktail sip.
Which
Can't
was
go wrong with cocktails.
which was held at the Ledge, which was very nice. And we also had one or two food sales, fundraisers, just to help us get going and spread the word around, so people know that we are here, what we're about, and what we intend to do.
Okay.
And that's just some of the things that we have done. There's more in the future.
Definitely.
Right. And speaking of more in the future, we're going to touch on those when we have to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about TTJAC's future plans and all the other great things they have coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey girl, ¿qué pasa? My weekend was crazy, from what I can remember. Wait. Slow down, Chica. Take it easy. A what? A picture of me? Who sent it to you? How did she get it? I'm not even friends with her. You gotta send it to me now. This must have been from Saturday night. I was so high. Who do you think got it?
Hey, Lindsay? I wish you didn't smoke weed. You're not the same when you smoke, and I miss my friend. I'll be outside.
Your Caribbean News and Culture, everyone. We've been spending our time chatting with members of Trinidad and Tobago Joint Action Committee Incorporated, TTJAC. That's just so much easier to say. And joining us is Secretary of the organization, Demetri Traverso, and Haynes Monroe, who is the Vice President of the organization. Now, you guys have some events coming up. The first is in December. Let the people know about that event.
Correct. We're having our children's Christmas party, which would be a free event for all the children of our community. That information will be going up on our website within the next week, so that members, well, not members, but members of our community, I should say, will be able to visit our website and sign up for their children. There'll be forms there. We'll be giving away toys and gifts to children of various ages, and this would be held at Levi's Restaurant in Dorchester.
Okay.
And that should be fun.
Yes, that will be fun. I'll be there. I have no kids, but I'm coming.
It's open to all.
Good. Now, there's also another event coming up in January, which is a part of a long-term initiative that you guys are looking to implement, and this will actually start the process of what you're trying to do in Trinidad. So talk to us about what's happening January 2014.
Sure. Well, that is something that the outreach because we do have subcommittees within our organization, and this is a project of our outreach committee. So what we are doing, basically, we're going to be launching our back to school drive starting in January. So we will be asking members of the community to drop backpacks off filled with staples. So basically the notebooks, pens, pencils, erasers, things that children need.
Stationery.
Correct. Exactly. Anything of that sort, so that within our summer of next year, we'll be able to then get our containers ready, our members ready, plane tickets ready. Here we come to deliver.
Right. They're going in the summer, not January, not February.
Well, we're going to go in September when school begins, because we want to do it we're giving it directly to the students.
Okay.
So we'll
that's good. So you actually, and I think that's one of the important things, because a lot of times when you hear of nonprofit organizations, it's kind of like the nonprofit exists, but then you don't really get that connection with the people who you are servicing. So I think it's a great thing that you guys are having that.
So they're dealing one-on-one with the kids themselves.
Right.
Everyone, whichever school or whoever we goes to, everyone gets.
Right.
No one's left behind.
That's pretty unique. That's a great thing. All right. Now, if someone watching right now, you have to wait till December to do the Christmas party, and then January that initiative is starting. But people who are interested in donating to your efforts, how can they do so?
Well, they can always visit our website, which is www.ttjac.org. In regards to donations or anything of that sort, we're actually revamping our website this weekend. How fun. So within the next week or two, we'll be able to then accept donations and so forth on our website. However, in the meantime, they can also send us an email at info@ttjac.org, and then we will be able to respond and let them know how they can, prior to our website up and running again, be able to give donations to our organization.
Well, there you have it. That actually leads us into the slide that we have coming up for you guys that includes all the information you need to know about Trinidad and Tobago Joint Action Committee. There, you can find them on Facebook by just searching Trinidad and Tobago Joint Action Committee. You can email them, info@ttjac.org, and definitely stay up to date with all their efforts on their website, ttjac.org. The email is actually info@ttjac.org.
That's
they have
correct.
a visual there. Well, Haynes and Demetri, thank you guys so very much for being here.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have this week here on Your Caribbean News and Culture. Catch the repeat of our show Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10:30. We're always on the web, yourcaribbeannews.com, and give us that thumbs up on Facebook, facebook.com/YCNC13. And we are now on Twitter. That's right. Follow us on Twitter at YCNC13. We give you the news once a week, but on Twitter, you'll be able to keep up to date with all the news from the Caribbean on a daily basis. So definitely follow us on Twitter. All the time we have. Thanks to our BNN studio crew here, and thank you guys, of course, at home for watching. I'm Delinda Eiffel. See you all next time. Bye-bye.